Our patience is about to be rewarded, provided that we are just a little bit more patient. Officially, MultiVersus made an announcement and they said the mic check was a resounding success, calling Tony to set on Monday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Stay tuned. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. But damn, man, 9 a.m. Eastern time, they will be doing a new reveal. It seems like a news update, and hopefully, I'm really hoping it will be gameplay. And as far as mechanics goes, they talk about any new additions they had to the game and also some character reveals, even if it's not gameplay of said characters, a CGI reveal of what characters to expect. They will be dropping. Now, my money's on Walter White. I feel like it's been way over time, and it's the character that they have most interacted with when it comes to MultiVersus content. I mean, MultiVersus has, if you don't know, on Twitter, they have a bunch of different accounts that are like branded for MultiVersus. Well, they have a character's name and they say for MultiVersus. So like there's this dude right here from regular show characters as well. And quite possibly the biggest one, I think, is the Walter White for MultiVersus. And of course there is Goku too, and a bunch of others. Shout outs to Walter White. But like this dude, like I've been seeing the official account, the directors, the artists of the game retweet, favorite, and talk about concept stuff for Walter White, like if they were to put him in MultiVersus, how exactly they do it. And I think this is one of the first characters that they could really break the internet in a way and get a lot of people back in on MultiVersus and playing. So it'd be really smart if they went ahead and did that. So I'm hoping that this is the case, that they are actively going into that direction for Walter White as a character to at least be revealed on Monday. I know many of you guys watching this do not have Twitter or use social media like that, so these updates may have gone and been missed out on. But don't worry, I will be bringing all the latest news and updates about MultiVersus and other your favorite games here on the channel. So hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any of those updates. I'm gonna try to get a video and a breakdown of whatever it is they have to announce by at least 10 a.m. Eastern time. So majority of you guys that will be getting up, whether you're on the west side of the country or the east side, or even throughout the rest of the world, don't worry, I got you guys' back. And I'm hoping within that announcement, or within many of the announcements they have coming, they are going to announce that the game is going to be available in SCA regions, because that was a big deal as well when it came to the previous beta, was that there was a huge fan base of the game that was unable to play due to the region that they lived in because the servers just were not implemented there yet. And I really hope that in the time that they have taken off, they've really gone through and they've decided on adding them in, because that whole other side of the world is going to be huge for longevity when it comes to this game and being able to play it now. Finally, I think it'll be a big deal for the community in general as a whole. Oh my god, it is Friday right now that we are recording this, that this information was dropped. But damn it, man, I love my weekends. I do. I love my Fridays, my Saturdays, and I enjoy my Sundays. But when I hear that, oh, by the way, you gotta wait until Monday to hear this shit. Now I want nothing more than to just speed up my entire weekend, drop everything that I'm doing, and just fast forward to Monday so we can get that update. And this is kind of like brutal. I understand why they did this, because they want to draw in the hype and get a lot of people in there. And quite frankly, the first tweet, the mic check tweet, got an insane amount of traction, dude. Like almost 5 million views for a, what some people would call, dead game. But in actuality, it's a game that took a little bit of a hiatus to fix itself and work on some new mechanics and implement better facilities as far as like servers goes, and come back stronger than ever. MultiVersus' beta was 2022 and it stuck around for a little over 10 months, 11 months. They ended up releasing it was July 2022 and they shut down in June 2023, unfortunately. So they've had some time to really reset and just fix a bunch of issues and take a lot of feedback as well. Also, by the way, they put up a follow-up tweet. This is not what the main announcement is, by the way, guys. I know a lot of people are probably looking at this like, bruh, they better not be making me wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday when, you know, some of us might be at work. Me personally, this is what I do for work, but you know, for a Happy Meal update. Now, act surprised, guys, we do know for the last couple of months, it unfortunately leaked in overseas. Like overseas, they leaked that the MultiVersus characters and a promo is coming to like Happy Meal, specifically with McDonald's. The official announcement is here, and that's not what this Monday thing is, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's not the case. Now, what characters would you guys like to see them full on bring into this? I think Walter White is a really good for them, and I think that's a really possible thing at this point. They've had some time with that. I'd like to see some other characters like from the Cartoon Network days. Like, give me some Ed, Edd and Eddy would be amazing. God, that's my dream character. Ed, Edd and Eddy, please. I swear they could function like Pokemon trainer, right? Where Ed would be the Charizard, the hard hitter. Eddie would be the Squirtle because he's small and build up a lot of damage and scams. And then you got Double D being Venusaur. He uses hair as the tentacles. I'm joking, but obviously not necessarily that they would function in the same way that Pokemon Trainer does for Smash, but in the more like that, like they are individual characters in their own rights and you can utilize and swap them out as you please. I think most of us will be playing as Ed anyways. I would love to see characters like Green Lantern being introduced. As far as guest characters goes, like a character that's not specifically a WB property, but somebody that I would like to see them reach out into a different franchise to bring on into. My personal biggest would be Goku. I mean, RIP Akira Toriyama, for those that don't know, the news of him passing away came out yesterday. He unfortunately passed away on March 1st. Really sad. My condolences to him, his entire family, and his loved ones, and of course the entire community. I myself am a huge Dragon Ball fan. Grew up with the series. I owe a lot to Dragon Ball, with especially like my relationship with my cousins and the friendships that I have these days, and just so many great memories as a child. And even as an adult, I'm grateful to be able to still play and consume a lot of Dragon Ball content. But I think it would be really interesting. Tony himself, like in 2022 and multiple times throughout that year, and even in 2023, referred to and talked to a lot of people that were suggesting, hey, how about Goku as a character? And he would consistently respond, hey, nothing is off the table. That is something that is a dream of mine I would love to see come true. And we would try to strive to see if that is something that we can do. But ultimately, there's a lot of moving parts to that. And if everything works out, it's something that they could eventually do. Not necessarily for Goku, but for a lot of other characters. And that is the case when it comes to guest characters. We talked about this previously before, but when it comes to guest characters, you're not always guaranteed that you'll be able to pull them and basically put them into your game. That all depends on the owners of the character, the licensing agreements, and there's a lot of legal stuff behind that. So obviously that's a battle within itself. The end result's amazing. Obviously we all love when those things work out, but they do have to go through some really crazy meetings and work things out until it could get to that point. Like, Smash was a representation and a celebration of video games, and specifically Sakurai had mentioned that characters like Goku and stuff they had considered, but they wanted the game to be a representation of video games, whereas Goku's not necessarily from a video game. He started off as a manga character, and anime is like obviously where they're big and focused on. Obviously they do have video games, but he's not necessarily a video game generational character, and I totally get that. I understand that. But with MultiVersus is a celebration of media. A lot of characters in MultiVersus are not video game characters, and some of them are, some of them aren't, but it's mostly within the media of WB and WB properties. And the concept of MultiVersus is that they're blending together all these different universes, these multiverses, together to do battle and to communicate and to interact with one another. And I think it's a really cool concept that could actually go and reach a little bit further than what Smash did. Now, don't get me wrong, no disrespect to Smash in any way. I love the game. All I'm saying is where Smash put a strict emphasis on it being video game characters mainly, MultiVersus can kind of dance around that and do video game characters and media, movies. There's a ton of different ways that they can go about implementing it. And I'm pretty sure the developers are obviously aware of this too, but again, it's a whole licensing issue and it's a battle within itself to try to get all these different companies on the same page and working together to really make these things happen, because at the end of the day, people want to get paid and they don't want to get their properties misrepresented, and I totally get that. I have no doubt in my mind that the MultiVersus team would do a fantastic job in representing these characters. They've done such a really great job already. But again, I am curious. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Which characters would you love to see get introduced into MultiVersus next? What do you think about Rick and Morty being in this game? It's obviously not a crazy thing to think about, because their show is so wild and they're constantly going through all different kinds of universes that you could totally see them eventually squaring up against Batman. But you got characters like Iron Giant fighting off against Jake and Finn from Adventure Time. It's kind of a wild sight to see. And not only that, Iron Giant as well is a case in point to prove that Godzilla could be a very well-introduced character and very well-received character, that is. And you could even see the Transformers make their way into here too. There's no shortage of IPs that this game can reach, and in my opinion, I think they could very well do it. It just obviously takes time, and you know, fans, as long as you're not overly aggressive and disrespectful with your requests, like spamming and harassing people, I do think anything is possible. Sound off in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. I think tonight we are going to be back playing some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, continuing our playthrough, but I do kind of want to stream some of my favorite Dragon Ball games over the years. Not the traditional like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and all that stuff people usually play, but some of the old school like RPGs of like Dragon Ball games that I really did enjoy growing up. And I've always said I wanted to stream, but I never really found the time to do it, and I kind of want to do it today. So if you guys are interested in that, we will be live here on the channel, both YouTube and Twitch. Feel free to hit that notification bell and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those updates. Stay tuned for more MultiVersus videos. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.